Words have great impact on our life. A simple compliment from a person can lift up our day, while a case of miscommunication can potentially ruin our whole week. We dwell on words much more than we realize, and we consume them and let them affect our way of thinking much more than we notice it too. That's why in this part of the video, we're going to be reading two poems that I made and one quotation that I'm sure a lot of us have heard at least once in our existence, in hopes that when you, the person who's watching this, gets to hear some words of encouragement and enthusiasm, can bring yourself to lift your spirits high as well. A day passes by without much of a thought, without much of an idea how we should go. And at some point, not realizing it at first, we notice that motivation doesn't visit us anymore. We let another 24 hours pass, let a few weeks pass more, let months come by with the same scene just playing over and over. And we get used to it. We tell ourselves to get used to it, to accommodate this loneliness and this feeling of loss. But how about instead of letting the chips fall as they may, we fight back and try to succeed. Succeed in not letting this darkness consume us. Succeed in not waking up only in nothingness. Succeed in not being doomed. And succeed in simply not giving up. This poem, as the last line implies, is about not accepting defeat. Nowadays, because of the pandemic, we tend to lose hope and just let time pass by without a care of what the future may hold, forgetting that it is us in the present that greatly impacts whatever awaits us. So how about doing your future self a favor? Strive to live and strive to do better every day. Baby steps are going to be more than enough, as long as you don't give up. Love is a complex concept, for like beauty, it depends on the beholder's judgment, depends on the beholder's definition of endearment. And how about loving oneself? Is it more complex than love on its own? Is loving someone else better than loving someone who is already here? You. We often push the idea away because we deem it as unnecessary, because we convince ourselves that it's okay, that it's not that important anyway. But finding true happiness is also finding the time to truly appreciate ourselves and to make our mouths smile. It takes practice to wake up every day, to look at the mirror and think that you actually, genuinely, wholeheartedly like what we see before your eyes. Good thing practice makes perfect, right? Therefore, I believe someday, perhaps not now or anytime sooner, just eventually, that we'll go ahead and tell ourselves, with no pressure and no deception, that we love everything about what we see. Loving ourselves really is no easy task. There are moments wherein no matter what we do, we just can't bring ourselves to do it. But loving oneself is also a journey that we all should have patience in partaking. A journey that I think will be worthwhile once we reach the end. After all, who knows us better than ourselves? If that's the logic we're going to use here, then it seems that no one will love us better than the way we could love ourselves as well. For the last words of encouragement I'm going to tell you, is a famous quote that was used by the former Miss Universe Miss Catriona Gray. Every cloud has a silver lining. This quote is something that is good to keep in mind whenever we struggle in life. Its meaning is that in every hardship we might face, there's always going to be a hint of hope there somewhere. It reminds us that even though life has been hard today or for the past months, this isn't going to stay forever. And that even if we don't see it too just yet, there's a blessing that comes to us every day. We just have to look closer and appreciate the little things. So I do hope that if you're struggling right now, you know that it's going to be better soon. The universe doesn't throw us obstacles it knows we can't handle. So in this moment of your life where you're being so confused and down at the most, just know that sooner or later it's going to be okay.